Slovenija, Slovenija, Slovenija. Mi Slovenci!
Norge, Norge, Norge!
Slovenija, Slovenija!
Norge!
The game officials for this game have been licensed and assigned by the International Ice Hockey Federation.
Day 5 of the World Hockey Championship. Adam Bloski of Canada, Christopher Holm of Sweden are the referees for this game between Slovenia and Norway. Maciej Kopitar, the 57-year-old head coach of the Slovenian national team. His son Gaspar is the video coach, and his older son Andrzej is watching at this hour in Los Angeles at 6 in the morning.
His commitment to wake up that early, well done.
Tobias Johansson is a Swede, in his first year as the head coach of the men's senior national team, and Norway dropped the decision to Kazakhstan in its opener. So the Norwegians, who have been in the top division for 17 straight years, need a win today because their schedule gets much tougher from here. Latvia, Czechia, Canada, and Slovakia still on the docket.
This is the one for Norway, and this is probably the one for Slovenia as well. The most likely game where you will be able to come out victorious. If you want to stay up in the main group, you have to get the win today.
Luka Grachnar is the starting goaltender for Slovenia, allowed 5 goals on 41 shots against Canada. Slovenia led that game 1-0 after one period. And for Norway, it is 28-year-old Henrik Hockland, who was the German League goalie of the year this year for Dusseldorf. He allowed 3 goals on 17 shots against Kazakhstan in that shootout defeat in which Norway blew 2-0 and 3-1 leads.
That was very disappointing. You know, you get that one early if you're Norway, you think you're pretty well set for the rest of the tournament, but they haven't, and all their focus, all their attention is on this game. This is the equivalent of a medal game.
Stay outside. Put your stick down. Good.
Slovenia has been relegated its last 6 appearances in the top division. Ziga Jeglic plays that back across. And it's picked up by Blas Gregorc, moving in. That centering pass just missed Jan Urbas, the Slovene captain. Verlic back to Urbas, walks in and shoots, and Hockland makes a quick save on Urbas, who has the first good scoring chance of the game.
You like that by Urbas. He gets tangled up on the initial 2-on-1 attempt, slides in the boards, but doesn't stay there looking for a call. He gets back up, knowing Vikingstad has dropped his stick, and beats him back to the front of the net. Sure enough, puck pops right to him, and it's a pretty good look, trying to tuck it under the arm. Hockland, he doesn't like the non-call, but stayed with the play.
These may not be royalty in hockey circles, these two countries, but they're very good athletic countries. Norway is one of the great Winter Olympic sports countries in the world. And not just that, Erling Haaland, the soccer star for Manchester City, one of the best players in the world. And for Slovenia, Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks, one of the best players in the NBA.
I mean, I think Andrzej Kopitar would say he's the most famous athlete from Slovenia, no?
He would say that, yeah. There's a centering pass and a chance off the side of the goal. What a look there for Rakhtichar. Another great chance for Slovenia. So Andre Olden flips that in. Salston tries to drop that back. And brought up now by Ken Orgianchek. Lines that in for Jan Draws, who scored twice in that game against Canada, including the goal to give them the 1-0 lead. That shot just wide from Maciej. It's been a good start for Slovenia.
Exactly what you want. Get on the front foot. And there is confidence that you can draw when you generate chances. And you'll be able to find them. Now, you haven't scored. That has been a problem for Slovenia, clearly. But the fact that you get the chances is a good start.
The problem for them has been their bad moments.
Yes. The breakdowns have been too big.
Right.
And that's gonna be an issue. But good forecheck here, and it's the puck in the skates, and just that quickly gets out in front to Chichar, and oh boy, got above that puck, sort of healed it. Top of the net was open.
Panse with it. Ziga Panse plays that back to center ice. Pesterheim moves in. Pass for Ludvig Hoff. Lilleberg plays it back in for Norway. Vesterheim with it. I mentioned Norway's been in the top division for 17 years. There have been lots of close calls in that time. Lots of times they finished 1 or 2 spots above relegation. Here's Vesterheim with it. Drops it back to Norstebo. Hoff. That center pass knocked away. And Tomajevic plays it back out for Slovenia. Ludwig Hoff moves in, and he was slammed into the sideboards by Pavlin. Slovenia in the top division of the World Championship for the first time since 2017. They won Division 1A last year. They were in the Olympics in 2014 and 2018. Didn't qualify in the 2021 qualification tournament in Oslo. They lost to Denmark and Norway. Ultimately, Denmark beat Norway in the final game of that tournament to qualify for the Olympics for the first time in that country's history. Play back across, that long shot taken by Johan Johannesson, and that's gloved by the Slovenian netminder.
Johannes Johannesson. He's from Norway, of course, but plays in Sweden. A lot of these Norwegian top players are spread around. They all don't play in the domestic league in Norway. Johannesson from Mora, or plays in Mora in Sweden.
Yeah. They're in the Swedish Allsvenskan, the second league in Sweden.
I'm gonna check every year. Some famous teams are. Oh, that puck just clipped the linesman Daniel Heinich in the face, and not the visor.
Now, there are some prominent teams from Swedish history that are not in the top league. That centering pass, tapped wide. Good chance there for Sondre Olden. Mora's been mired in the second league for a while. Modo got promoted this year. The team that gave us the Sedin twins, Marcus Naslund, Peter Forsberg. They're fighting at the top division for the first time in a decade. Walking in, a great chance there for draws. That was blocked. And now Olden back with it to Tretidez.
Good block by Martinson in an awkward spot. Guys coming off the bench and sacrificing the back of the body to take that one.
Holger Janczak banks that down to the Norwegian zone. Rawls knocked that down. Eric Salsted got spun around. The other thing Kopitar talked about is they can't take penalties. And they've been shorthanded too much in this tournament.
Some of that is a function of not having the puck enough.
Right.
Not always bad discipline, just when you're chasing all the time, you're more likely to take a penalty.
Christian Kaustistul plays that back down to the Slovenian zone.
But they should have the puck more against Norway today.
Right. Brought back, Lilleberg shoots, that's deflected away. Denmark and Austria also underway at this hour. That shot rattled high by Panse. Ziga Panse plays for Olympia Ljubljana in the Ice Hockey League, a league comprised of teams from Austria, Italy, Hungary, and Slovenia. And that pass stolen, Vikingstad works in, shoots, and yeah, Groschel down, and flipped it high. Björkvik home. Slides that back down to the Slovenian zone. Now Vikingstad tries his luck again. Vikingstad shoots, that's wide again. Verlich. Looked ahead for Yeglic. And now banked back out. The Norwegian end as Andreas Martinsen goes after it, and jumping in there is Urbas. Urbas trying to force that free, and did for a moment. Now Martinsen back with it with Tretidez and Olden. Martinsen slides that across, and the pass missed Tretidez.
Shooter's mentality would serve Norway well there. They get the crisscross, find the one-timer, but you're in the slot. Let her rip there and see what happens.
Martinsen fires it down. Nagavatsa. And that's stripped away. Here's Tretidez with it. T.S. Tretidez peels back away from Tichar. Lays that back in the corner. Lilleberg for Tretidez. Works it back in for Martinsen. Couldn't get a shot away. Haga with it. Scored a couple power play goals in Norway's opener against Kazakhstan. Haga drops that back. Norstebo. The Lilleberg shoots short side. The save made by Groschel. Haga spins it back.
Tichar is tired. Not even thinking about closing on Haga. Haga wants him on his back. Tichar won't go there. Smart though.
Off the skate of Tichar, kick it off.
Haga wanted him to check him so he could spin off, but Tichar just gave him the big gap and said, I'm going to just leave you out there on the outside until you move the puck.
Robert Sabolic spins back with it.
Finally get the full line change in for Slovenia.
Sabolic, a 34-year-old, who's a veteran of both Olympic appearances for Slovenia in 2014 and 2018. Now they fired down, icing called, so any remaining tired players have to stay out.
This is the chance earlier. Vikingstad, talk about the big giveaway. There's Tomasevich, bad turnover, and Vikingstad spins Magic, and he's got it wide open net. Get a better look at all the net he has to shoot out here, and he pulls it all the way across. As the puck was rolling on him a little bit, just not able to control the aim after having Crochel down and out.
Lifted off the glass by Ogorjanchek, and draws back on it. Takes a hard bump in the corner from Bjorkvik Holm. So you made the point early on, Mike, that there's different goals for different groups of teams in this tournament. That rolls wide of the goal. The Turpinez picks it back up. For the top end teams, it's a gold medal. For the middle of the road teams, it's a berth in the quarterfinals. Maybe take a run at a medal. And then for teams at the lower end, it's to avoid relegation. And that has as much significance to them as winning a medal has to others.
And significant not to them personally, but also to their national team program, their hockey programs in general in the country.
Norway are in promotion in the World Junior Division 1A. They'll be in the top division next year in Sweden, and their under-18 team is also the top division in the IIHF tournament. So all three national teams, if they avoid relegation this year, will be in the top divisions next year.
And so that is financially beneficial, but also the exposure of having kids in Norway watching their national team play at the highest level.
Right.
And then aspire that, if I play hockey in Norway, I'll be on the world stage with the very best.
The Norwegians actually encourage their young players to leave the country, to go play in Sweden, Denmark, and elsewhere to gain more experience. Their top-end team, Stavanger, which won the Norwegian title again this year, could probably compete in leagues like Sweden, but it's
the depth of the field is not quite
a real steep drop-off after that.
Slovenia pile. Oh, that is good draw weight.
Oh, wow.
Right to the button. Pulled
the string there. They finally got the stragglers off. Norstebo. To Liljeberg. Back across to Bjorkvik Holm. Winds it across the line. Norway's changing. That's fired wide by Bjorkvik Holm. Harvard Solstein was playing in line with his brother Eric for a while. They split them up now. Here is Ludwig Hoff. Battles there with Pavlin. Pulls it out. Hoff shoots. And that was blocked by Pavlin. Johan Johannesson takes the return pass and snaps it ahead for Hoff. Vesterheim goes hard after it in the corner. Now lifted back. Peralta to race for it. And Kasselstuhl hustles back to pick up that rolling puck. Johannesson for Vesterheim. Kept alive by Magavatsa. Johannesson swings it around. Kasselstuhl lets it over the head of Vesterheim. And as he does, it's icing against Norway.
We're going to see a lot of in-zone defending for both teams. Slovenia, when they get running around, they like to retreat to the middle and pack it in. They don't want to get stretched out on the boards where a one-on-one play can beat them or open up seams. They want to pack it in, be patient, and protect the front of the net, trusting that their goaltender, and eventually they'll get the puck back and not give up the good chances that they're trying to avoid giving up.
Martinson played that back. Out here's Sabolic with it. Robert Savage has it taken away by Tretinez. Olden plays it back in. Tretinez banks it back around to Martinson. NHL veteran with 3 teams. Colorado, Montreal, and Chicago. Slid that across. Sondre Olden. Pivots back behind the goal. Olden being watched there by Magabatsa. Savage had it taken away. Brought back up by Tretinez. Shut down short side by Grosha. A long point shot. That time from Krokov went off the end of the glove of Grosha. Tretinez shoots from a sharp angle. Grosha shuts that down. And now Savage. That hit the snow in front of the Norwegian bench and it died.
Right where the door opens, everyone's stopping to slow down before they walk through. And it's a snowbank there because we haven't had a commercial break. We're 12 minutes into the period with all the icing.
Save them with icing. Savage just got rid of that in desperation.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. He was aiming for the snowbank. That's the story.
I'd like to see him do it again. Back out by Thomas Olsson. And Cernovich lays out ahead. Tomaszewicz moves over to Hochland and squeezes that by him. Draws, knocks it down. Now back at the point, Gregor shoots. It got through the traffic, but it hit Johansson in front. And now racing back is Ziga Pavlin. Tomaszewicz shoots, steered away easily by Hochland. Perfect home. Threw down his man as he dumped Chimjar. And play continues. Haga works it and shoots. And the stop is made by Koshel. And we'll get our first break of the opening period. No score between Norway and Slovenia. Day 5 of the World Hockey Championship. No score between Norway and Slovenia. Later today, Switzerland will take on Kazakhstan. The Swiss have incoming help. Nico Hischier and Jonas Siegenthaler from New Jersey. And Kevin Fiala from Los Angeles are all arriving.
Those are not bit parts.
No.
That's one of those things. Like sometimes you worried, the World Championship I played on, you worry about how people will react to guys coming in to replace them. When they're that good.
Tiger shoots. That's deflected away.
Like Canada's not going to complain if Connor McDavid shows up and you get bumped out of the #1 center. Right? Same thing applies in Switzerland. They're a very good team with good players, but those are high-end, world-class players coming in.
Fired in by Masic. And now stolen by Salvas trying to center it.
He got his blocker down just in time to block the centering pass.
Masic. Lead pass to Karol. Drops it up for Tichar. Works it and shoots. Just missed far side. And Masic's back to pick it up. The shots are 7-2 Norway. The scoring chances would be even, you'd think.
2-2.
Vikingstad works in, drops it off to Berg Paulsen. Thomas Berg Paulsen fires from long distance. That was blocked by Pavlin. Bounces back in front, and Olsen couldn't reach it. Ogorjanchek tried to knock that free. Johannesson for Berg Paulsen, comes in, shoots, scores! Goes short side of Kroschel, and Norway's grabbed the lead.
What a shot from Thomas Berg-Paulsen. He goes short side, shelf. And as the seam passed through, isolates Berg-Paulsen. He gets backchecker and a little miscommunication as Pavlin slides to take the guy driving the net. That leaves Berg-Paulsen free to load up the wrister. Yeah, it's not a great angle, but he's got Kroschel sliding, and he's able to elevate short side. Forward trying to hand off Berg-Paulsen to the defenseman. The defenseman taking the other, driving forward, and right under the bar to open the scoring. Thomas Berg-Paulsen.
The 23-year-old plays for Stavanger in the Norwegian League. They've won back-to-back Norwegian championships. He's playing his first top-level international tournament for Norway. Their head coach, Tobias Johansson, has talked about integrating younger players into the Norwegian lineup. And a bouncing puck in front. Backhand shot taken there by Vesterheim. And that's stopped by Kroschel. Berg-Paulsen has Norway ahead, 1-0. Here in Riga, Latvia. Play continues in the preliminary round of the 2023 World Hockey Championship. For these two teams, this is one of the games they had circled on their schedule that they need to win. Bottom team in each group is relegated. Poland and Great Britain have won promotion from Division 1A this year. Salston has it knocked away, and it's brought out by Verlich. Verlich works it. It was offside, a delayed call at the Norwegian line.
You got to be patient and earn your chances. But Berg-Paulsen with a good route to stay open, and then get Shimshik on the tough spot in the back check. Doesn't want to take a hooking penalty and finds open ice. Not a great angle, but that's a great release. And Norway probably feels a little bit of pressure as the favorite in this game. I mentioned their long run in the top group, knowing that this would be the one that they could win and stay there, very likely. So just to get a chance to breathe. Get a lead. Okay, we're in the game. We have a little margin, so nothing crazy can happen. Would maybe just free them up to skate, keep attacking. Shots have kind of crept out 9-2 in favor of Norway now.
These Slovenian players are really spread all over the place. They play in 10 different leagues in 8 different countries. Salvage throws that back in front, bounces back to Olden.
And this tournament, the top division is a real carrot.
Yes. Olden centers it, just missed by Trenton.
So these guys keep chasing it all around the world. Unless they're not always glamorous. Look at situations.
Should say 8 leagues, 10 countries.
Either way, it's a lot.
Yeah, the ice hockey leagues, they play in Hungary, Austria, and Slovenia.
So there'll be some pretty destinations available.
Oh, Bolzano, Asiago. think the food would be good in that loop.
Pre-game meals are way more sophisticated.
Yes. I still got my eyes on the French league. Miha Stebe, number 6 for Slovenia, plays for Nice in the French league.
You have to talk to him and see what that's all about.
I'd like to know what that's.
There could be a comeback in the offing.
Gauze works in, trying to pull that around Johannesson. He stripped that away and plays it back to center ice. Olsen sends that down. And Kroshaw to play that away. Kroshaw plays in the Czech Extra League for Lada Boleslav. Tomašević got spun around. And again, a penalty coming to Norway. Johannesson's going to go for the hold. So with 3:15 to go in the opening period, Slovenia down 1, gets a power play.
All right, gentlemen, now it's time to dance. Are you ready for dance? Yes.
So the door opens for Slovenia here with 3:15 to go in the first period. Slovenia is 1 for 7 on the power play, scored against Canada.
An area of the game where they need to be effective.
Right.
5-on-5 offense is going to be hard to generate, so there's an opportunity to tie things up.
Yankees won the faceoff cleanly. Back to Urbach. Gregors. Urbach. Back to Droz. He scored twice in that game against Canada, including that power play goal. Gregors back across. Urbach with a shot. That was blocked by Krogdal. Bouncing puck in the corner. Goes to Jeglic. Droz shoots. Pad save. Rebound. Urbach's a shot. And Hockman makes a save on that. 2 good looks there for Slovenia. And now Krogdal sends it back down to their zone.
It's a nice second effort by Hockling, not only getting across, but getting the chest up to take away Urbach's rebound attempt.
Jeglic. Across for Urbach, streaking in on Norstavo. Urbach gets ticketed hard by Norstavo. Jeglic tries to pick that free. Had a man alone in front. Gregors now plays it back. Draws for Urbach. Urbach slides that back to Gregors. Norstavo by Urbach and by Gregors, and out. 45 seconds to go in Slovenia's power play. In Tampere at this hour, Nikolai Ehlers has scored again. 1-0 Denmark on Austria.
Every time we check in on a Danish game, Nikolai Ehlers
Carroll plays it ahead. Saddlers couldn't center that. It was blocked by Krogdal. Well, Ehlers was a big part of that Olympic qualification tournament in 2021.
And that's when Denmark had Ehlers, and Slovenia had Kopitar, and Norway had Zuccarello.
Yeah.
All the big guys came back to play.
Right, and in the end, it was Ehlers who made the big difference. Saddlers plays that back. Masi shoots, got through. Hockman save, rebound, loose in front. Ogorjanchuk tried to center it. Hockman was down. The puck went over the glass, and what a chance there for Slovenia.
A couple decent looks on this power play for Slovenia. Rebound attempts, shots, traffic, and if you can swipe it to the sides of the net, generally there'll be somebody over there. Ogorjanchuk, unfortunately, not quite low enough to get a one-timer on it, otherwise he would have been in business. Prior to that, here's the other rebound attempt from Urbach. Probably may trek across to save it. Don't mind those chances.
Johannesson with it. He was stripped of the puck by Magavatsa. Now it's stolen Still with a shot that deflects wide. It was blocked by Pansa. Tretinez for Martinson. Andreas Martinson centers it for Tretinez. That was knocked away by Pansa. And it's played back to center. Norstabo swings that back, and Norstabo chips it back down to the Slovenian zone. Ragavatsa up ahead for Jeglic. Urbas with it. Across he goes to Pavlin, wanting his way in with 20 seconds to go in the period. Hawkman out to play it. Pavlin back across. Gregor's with it. Loose puck on the side of the goal, scooped up by Liljeberg. And that'll do it for the opening period. Slovenia on the goal by Thomas Berg Paulsen has a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes here in Riga, Latvia at the 2023 World Hockey Championship.
Shots on goal in the first period. Team Norway 9, Team Slovenia 5. In Tampere, the score between Denmark and Austria is 1-0.
Кое плане мир? А? Плане мир? Gregi, kako je tako na bandi, da mi ti kar počakaš na bandi, ker nimam nič. A še sem ti ovrgel? Od bandi. Da, se nisem imel. Ja, ampak če si prej lahko še v sredo potegnil. To so Levosino, stran pa si Zrinče. Jaz sem bil na tega. To so Levosini dovedali, da nimam nič. Ajde, boj! Da imam bekam. Boži smo vrnili. Ker oni bi še, jaz sem še branil, pa kjer je bilo 2-1, zato bi en še še. Ja. Ja, ta,
Insieme a mia leggende, spelle che ti sbattote se strada 1,5 m.
Score after the first period, Slovenia 0, Norway 1. Shots on goal in the first period.
Okay, let's have fun out there. Have a good one. 1, 2, 3, team!
No, 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 no! Yeah, I know, no chance. No! No! No!
Thomas Berg Paulsen has the only goal of the game so far. 1-0 Norwegian lead after one period of play on Slovenia on day 5 of the World Hockey Championship. Norway, a loss and a shootout loss thus far. Slovenia is 0-2. Kaspar Groschel allowed 1 goal, the 9 shots he faced in that opening period for Slovenia. And for Norway, Henrik Hoffman stopped all 5 shots he faced. Mentioned that Norway lost that game in a shootout in Kazakhstan. One of the most famous overtime playoff games ever played was played in Norway in 2017. Storhamar and Sparta went 8 overtimes. The game ended at 2:30 in the morning.
8 overtimes.
The shots were 96-93 in favor of Storhamar. The final score was 2-1.
I mean, at some point, the score has just got to be fired into the sun. That's all goaltenders at that point is. Slovenia had a decent first 5 minutes. They got a couple really good looks, and were not able to cash in on them. You know, they're going to have to be opportunistic with their chances. They're not going to get a lot against any opponent. They have enough to be in the game.
There's a chance. Urbas had that shot blocked by Berg Paulsen. Greg Orts at center ice, plays it back across for Zika Pavlov. Flip that back in front. Jeglic. And that's played back down to the Slovenian zone, walking in. A quick shot there for Berg Paulsen, goes off the end of the glove of Kroschel. Jeglic flips that back down. Norstabo. That's picked up by Chepon. Shoots through traffic. That goes wide. Would you advise Slovenia to shoot more?
Yeah, I mean, I think shots, traffic, rebound. They've had a couple good chances there. Hockland stops the first one well, but he does spit them back in less than ideal spots.
That pass misfired. Icing called against Slovenia.
So, I think don't waste any attempts at passing. There's Berg Paulsen, who already scored 1 short side. Does he want to go back to the well again? That's a great little touch to send him off to the races. Peralta can't catch him. We're just off the tip of the glove. Kroschel.
Holden's got a stick tied up there by Magavatsa. Here's Martinson. Andreas Martinson. Turned his back there on Chepon to shield the puck. Martinson works it free and shoots. That's gloved by Kroschel, and he'll hang on to that.
Big Andreas Martinson. 152 games in his NHL career. Colorado, Montreal, Chicago. He's a big, heavy player, 225 or so pounds. He gets going. He can kind of a checker, physical guy in the NHL, but to protect the puck where you just can't get it off, his frame is too big. Back in Lillehammer.
Draws, butts that down to host city, the 1994 Olympic Winter Games.
Where the world was introduced to Peter Forsberg for the first time, I guess, on the Olympic stage, men's stage. He'd already dominated the World Juniors a couple times.
That long shot goes off his skate and wide. Sweden won the gold medal that year. Draws. Back with it. Those are known as the friendly Olympics. Small, intimate, small venues.
Just more sports Olympics now. Like, they've added a lot of new sports, right?
Yeah. And you know, when you add team sports, you add a lot more athletes.
Right.
Krogdahl with it. Spins back across. Krogdahl with time shoots. And the stop is made by Kroschel. Vesterheim up on the boards. Pulled free by Hoff. Slides that back, and then shot by Albert Salstein goes high and wide.
Old shoulder from Vesterheim.
Ooh.
Bench liked it a lot. Chimzar, not so much.
Ballstein almost lost the puck there to Panse.
Speaking of Peter Forsberg, he was the first guy that really, the cold shoulder became a thing.
Yeah,
got to the point, you know, you're going to go check him, and he kind of checks you first, even though he has the puck. Got to the point you start tiptoeing into your checks against him because you didn't want to get knocked over.
There has been a discussion, and I know where you land on it, that that's interference. But the guy you're hitting doesn't have the puck.
But if I have the puck, aren't I allowed to go anywhere I want? Even if it's into you? That's my choice.
Are you allowed to initiate contact with him?
I'm not. I'm just trying to skate with the puck in that direction. I'm just bracing that contact so that's going to be there. I mean, that's my prerogative. I got the puck. My rules.
Like Gordie Howe used to say that. Bringard's long shot.
There it is.
Hoffman gloves it, and he's finally got it.
There's your shot mentality. Exactly what you're looking for. Nothing fancy about that. Puck gets back to the point. Urbas just kind of floats it in there. And Gredic able to get the first touch, tip it down, and now it's scramble on. Hoffman's trying to find it. Gredic trying to knock it free back to the front of that. Pavlin's cruising, has no idea where the puck is. He's looking in the corner. That's what you want to do. Get it down there where something crazy can happen.
And ahead, here's a chance up for Sabolic. Throws it towards the goal. Trentonez picks it off. And Martinson's play that back to the Slovenian zone. Olden all over Magabatsa. Here's Karalt with it. Up for Tichar. Rock Tichar. Chep on for Sabolic. Centering pass just missed Karalt. He goes hard into the end boards. And again, in the early parts of the period, Slovenia gets some looks. Same as the first. Martinson lost the puck. Sabolic has it back for a moment. Now picked free by Haga. Krogdahl. Rink wide to Olam. Not this Olam. Winds it across, and a hard shot by Kasastul. Steered away by Kroschel. Kasastul. That shot got through everyone and went just wide. Haga back with it. Throws that back down to Ken Olam. Kasastul. Norstebo in for Hoff. And Ludwig Hoff heels on with that. Has a look and shoots. A long drive is gloved by Kroschel, and he'll hang on to that.
Chances there in the offensive zone for Norway. They possess it around the outside. If they're patient, they can find seams against Slovenia to jump into a 2-on-1 situation and look for the open man. It takes patience, but if they stick with it after about 20 seconds, Slovenia backs off and will give you a little bit more time and space.
Norstebo fires that back down. Vesterheim picks it up for Norway. Bouncy puck in front, picked up by Verlich. He was stripped away by Liljeberg. And Liljeberg plays it down. Jeglic. Goes Cernovic. And Masic plays that back down. So picked off and centered. But Jan Droz couldn't find anyone in front. Off a little misplay there. Pavlin. Pass ahead to Droz. He just poke check from behind by Vikingstad. That puts the play offside at the Norwegian line. 13:51 to go in the second period. Norway a 1-0 lead on Slovenia.
So
today, Switzerland takes on Kazakhstan here in Riga. It'll be France and Hungary in Tampere. Denmark's leading Austria 1-0 in the early game there. Long shot steered up by Kroschel. Holden on it. Played that back to Casas to a race for it now. And Draws got that taken away. Now stolen back. Draws back in front. Leaves it there to shot wide. Great chance there for Simčić on the pass from Draws.
A great look that they shoot wide, unfortunately.
Gregorts takes the return pass, has a look, slaps it across. Draws got that skip off his stick. Now knocked away by Tretinez. Another good offensive foray for Slovenia. Gregorts travels up to center ice. Now Tretinez back with it, with Slovenia changing. Pavlik snaps out ahead. Tomašević worked that free. The long shot by Panse off the outside of the goal. Tomašević for Chepov. Chimjar hammered down there by Krogdahl. Just dropped him in his tracks. Now moved ahead by Erik Solston. Solston drops it back. Olam rattled that high off the glass. Liljeberg moves it back in deep. Here's Olam on it. Norwegian captain. Jäglič pulls that to an open corner. Panse back with it. Out to center ice is Liljeberg. Johannesson to Olam. Winds his way in. Drops that off to Berg Paulsen. Chepon. Slides out. He took a hard bump there from Olsen. Olsen works it free. Vikingstad shovels it across to Olsen.
Gotta get out of his own guy's way there. Olsen clogging traffic for Vikingstad.
Urbas. Back across to Verlich at the end of his shift. He goes off. Now Urbas back on it, but Olsen takes that away. Thomas Olsen. Plays for Frisk Asker of the Norwegian League. Drops that back, and the hard shot taken there by Hoff. Stopped point blank by Kroschel.
What a chance. Maybe the best of the game for Slovenia. Like, the speed of Drags makes it happen as he stays free. Could take this one to the back of, slides it back through the grain for Simčić. Oh, did it hit Kazakhstan's stick? Look at this as the puck comes through. You want to try to elevate it. He doesn't.
Oh,
and it catches the tip of the blade. It was going in the empty net, but you just get it up. Top half of the net. It's going to go in.
Savalic. In the corner, leaves it there for Draws. Draws in, shoots. That's blocked by Kasastul. Played it now by Vasterheim in a race for it now. Vasterheim gets there first and shoots at a sharp angle. And the save made by Kroschel.
When you start saying Drags' name, the better things are for Slovenia. He's one of their better players.
Fifth-round draft pick of Pittsburgh in 2017. Spent 5 years in the American Hockey League for going to play in the KHL. Takes up there from Tichar. Back at the point, Liljeberg. Tretinez. Back around, Vesterheim picks that up. Tichar taken down. This could be a penalty to Tretinez, and Slovenia is going back to the power play for the second time in the game.
Offensive zone penalty, you hate those. Tobias Johansson won't be happy with that with Tretinez. Cycle comes down and he gets caught on the wrong side of Tichar, who jumps the cycle and gets a stick caught between his legs. Down he goes, back to the power play. Second one of the game, second one for Slovenia to try to open the scoring. Had some decent looks, generated off of rebounds. The first one.
Face off one cleanly back to Urbas by Jäglič. Urbas to Draws. Urbas to Draws. Jäglič parked in front. Draws drops it back, and it's miscued by Verlich that broke his stick.
Yeah, blade snapped right in half there.
Quickly grabs another as Jäglič waits for him to get back in position. Gregorts. Jäglič throws that down to Draws.
Get that stick out of the view, barely.
Right. Yeglitch back with it.
On the way.
Gregorts. Going back across by Urbas to Yeglitch. Gregorts feeds that down. Center. Barely with a chance to turn it by Huckman. And the Norwegians clear it down.
The trigger guy broke his stick on the first attempt. Didn't quite get all of the second either. With Berlich.
Gregorts. Up for Sabolic. Lifts that rink wide to Ogrienchuk. Peralt goes after it. T-Char trying to pick that free. And a nifty move there by Hoff to bring it out. Ludwig Hoff shorthanded along with Berg Paulsen. Picked up by Ogrienchuk. Rink wide he goes to Karol. Ogrienchuk to T-Char. Ogrienchuk. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Sabolic in, fires on the goalpost. Bringing up the crossbar, it goes up and out.
Good entry, switch sides, get it to a shooter with a stick in the middle, get somebody in front. All these things happen. Karol gets right in front of Hockland, and well, that's just an excellent shot. Right by the shoulder. Just past the ear, off the bar, and here's the previous attempt. Not a lot on it, but at least there's some inside position in front of the net. Close. Another close opportunity for Slovenia. Tie it up.
Face off, won by Henrik Solstein.
Looks like a goal scorer shot by Sabolic.
Ogrienchuk trying to work that bigger T-Char. He got buried there by Olsen. And Olsen pokes at it as it's played back by Mashits. No shots for Slovenia on that power play. They ran one off the iron. Mashits played back, and Pansashuk was off a stick. Up and out. 8:19 to go in the second period. Norway continues to lead 1-0. The festival continues. And
it will not end until next Tuesday when the last games are played.
Well, the fuse was lit here last night when Latvia beat Czechia in overtime. The celebration went on in the streets late in the evening. Latvian fans laying flowers at the Czech embassy last night and again this morning.
One those Latvian players will never forget.
They talked about it last night, what an experience it was. Tomašević with the steal. Yeglitch in, shoots. That was blocked by Lilleberg.
Somebody got clipped up there, Urbas.
3 of them fell. And Cernovic couldn't hold the line. His teammates tag back up. Here comes Urbas with it. Winds his way in. Urbas stripped there by Ola. Yeglitch back on it. Yeglitch works it down. That's spun around by Norstavo. Here's Urbas back with it. Urbas plays that back. Gregorts has a look. They're back at the point. Masic pinned on an Urbas' shot that was blocked by Ola. Masic back down to Yeglitch. He's taken off the puck. 7 to go here in the second period. Gregorts shoots short side. Hockland knocks that away. Knocked down by Greg Orts, keeps it alive and plays it back in deep as Tichar goes after it. Leuberg moves it around. Scooped up by Pavlin. Good pressure here by Slovenia, not a lot of shots to show for it.
Norway doing a good job getting in lanes. Even when you think there's a shot opening, they snuff it out quickly.
Savalic works that down to Pavlin. Tichar plays it back. Greg Orts, a shot, the glove save made by Hochland.
Good blast, but Hochland able to see it and make the save. Turnover. Tomasevich calls from Haga, a little lackadaisical getting out of his own end, but bailed out by Liljeberg on the block. It's amazing how commonplace and how smooth every defender now is able to go down, turn sideways, expose a larger surface area to block shots. You can't play defense unless you can do it.
Olden trying to throw that back in front. Ogoryanchek. Simpson brings it back in, throws that rink wide, but Trenton has picked it off. As a coach said a couple years ago to a young player, you know what happens to guys who don't block shots? They play in the American Hockey League.
That's not always the case.
No, it wasn't. No,
Thank goodness.
Oh, you're right? I mean, now it's just accepted that everyone does it.
And everyone, star player, everybody. It's part of how teams defend. It's part of the defensive philosophy.
Here's Olden with it. So Andre Olden drops that back, and that shot by Martinson. Glove down by Khrushchev. Martinson broke his stick on that shot. Out to center ice, Jeglic. Winds in with Urbas. Drop pass for Urbas, looks down to Jeglic as Slovenia gets fresh players on the ice. Stolen by Verlic. Jeglic back in front, and Verlic couldn't get a good shot away. The second one was blocked by Vikingstad. Slovenia around it. Vikingstad works in. Heels back, being watched by Urbas. That centering pass is picked up by Jeglic. Verlic couldn't clear it out. Or Masic, rather. On the other side, Cernovich. To Verlic by Liljeberg. And he expertly turned the wrong way. He got an icing call.
Also a nice skill of another tired group of Slovenes out there. You see the universal sign for fatigue right there. Stick on the thigh pad. You're huffing and puffing, and when you see 3 of the 5 players left on the ice with their sticks on their thighs, you really want to win the face-off. You know, you got a tired group. Savalic trying to use the veteran stick change to get a few extra seconds.
Scramble draw.
There's a lot of those because guys can't kick in with their feet when they tie each other's sticks up. So it ends up to be a bit of a joust, like a lacrosse face-off.
Yeah.
They're both trying to just pull on it without using their feet.
Cernovich plays that down. Hochland back to Glovett. Eric Solston for Haga. That pass misfired. Play back across the draws. Strong shoots. Blocked by Johannesson. Savalic got a stick in the face there, and a penalty coming.
They're going to go against.
Well, they were jousting in front, and Ole England Anderson was involved there.
He's not played very much of this game.
It's his first game of the tournament. He's going off for a penalty.
high sticking.
Ole England Anderson, who is just into the lineup for Norway and who had not played a shift up until then, gets called for high sticking.
Saw 16, and I don't recall seeing him prior to the game. And you know, you're dumped in 90 minutes into the game, cold, battling in front. You lose track of your stick for a split second, get it caught up, and now your team's short-handed.
No shots for Slovenia on the last power play. Jeglic leading the crossbar, however, and a hard shot by Urbas. That deflected away. Johansson puts it high in the air, kept alive by Urbas for a moment. Ken Olam took something in the face, and now Johansson shoots. And the stop is made and held on long enough by Kroos. It'll be a face-off, but
Norway bench is up in arms as their captain, Ken-Andre Olom, I think took a glove. Urbas trying to keep a puck in. Oh, it's a stick. He skates through his stick. Even though it's accidental, they're talking about it now. Even though it's accidental, it can still be a penalty. Isn't what you saw on Kroos. The referees are congregating at the red line.
yeah, to discuss this.
Now, you can't call that a 5 and ask to review it.
We're not reviewing it on the video yet, but
No,
they're talking over
I
it
guess
again.
you could ask, can the linesman call a 2 or just a 5?
They can advise the referee.
On a 2?
Yes.
Because that's a 2. Then the advice would be he doesn't.
Nope. Open.
Well, he should be. I mean, see Urbas gets his stick out, and
Yeah.
I mean, it goes right across his chin. Whether you skate into it or not, you got your stick up head high. That is a fortunate break for Slovenia to stay on the power play.
By the way, Thomas Raffel tied up for Austria against Denmark, but now Nicholas Anderson has given Denmark the lead back. Earlier.
Thomas Raffel must have played in 15 World Championships. He's here every year. Amazing.
Savalic swings that rink wide. Teacher in, shoots, scores, but the whistle sounded. There's going to be a penalty here to Slovenia.
Interference coming up.
Masic is going to go off here. The whistle sounded before the puck went in the net.
Wow. Adam Blowski from Canada makes the call as the puck was being shot into the net. So, oh boy. That is Masic tied up with Hoff.
Who initiated the contact?
They're hooking, they're both doing it to each other. Wow, that's tough timing for Slovenia.
And now the power play's over.
I mean, they're both hooking each other. They're both interfering with each other. I guess the advantage Hoff has is that his team's already shorthanded. And the other team has the puck. So presumably, he's the one being interfered with.
Trentinez on the 4-on-4 winds in. Trentinez in, shoots. Kroos knocks that away. Ragavatsa up by Trentinez. Matthias Trentinez pulls it up for Olam. Ken-Andre Olam with the steal. Trentinez shoots up the goalpost. Leoberg to Olam. In comes Olam, drops it back to Leoberg. Anderson shoots, that deflects wide. Another chance up for Trentinez. That was blocked. And Ken-Andre Olam winds it back to Trentinez. Drops it off to Johansson. Johan Johansson plays for Mora in the Swedish Allsvenskan League. Drops it back to Hoff. Doug Dahl to Hoff. He'll spin back. Final seconds of the penalty to Norway. Then they'll go on a brief power play. Hoff winds his way in. paw.
Team Norway displaying a full strength.
Penalized players on the ice as Ole England Anderson comes back on. He'll head to the bench. By the way, played a couple of years in New Brunswick.
That's right.
High school down at the Rothsay Netherwood School.
It's quite a path. And a couple of years in Connecticut and New Jersey.
Back up to
And he's breathing easy. That would be your first shift.
Oh.
Take a high sticky penalty in a one-goal game that your country needs to win to stay in the main group. It'll be a nervous couple minutes.
That's a long 2 minutes.
You've never been happier to see a makeup call on an interference in your life.
Trentinez down to Haga. Haga centered it, blocked by Greg Orts. Back at the point, Norstabo. Shot fired wide by Vesterheim as Masic comes on. Panse. Long shot that was steered wide by Hockland, who was leading the other way.
Caught Norstabo's foot and fooled Hockland from way out.
Haga for Trentinez, bouncing puck, loose in front, Vesterheim. He's blocked off the puck by Chimzar. Puck hit that discarded stick, or what's left of it.
Stick budget's taking a hit in this game. This is just look, half dozen,
Like a
split
lumber
in half.
like a lumber yard out there.
A graphite yard, but yeah.
Old school.
Can't call him a twig anymore.
I know. All my vernacular's gone now. Didn't get good wood on it.
You know.
30 seconds to go in the period. Sablich. And that left away by Johannesson. And that's going to be a penalty.
Slashing the stick out of Johannesson's hands.
So Sablich goes off with 23 seconds to go in the period.
Head coach Mathieu Kopitar talked about taking too many penalties. And so it's nothing egregious, but you don't need to do it. And you're just putting yourself down for a couple minutes. Here's Trentinez. Wide over front, catch, release. Beat the goaltender, but not the post. Great pass, saucing right in, settle. Quick release, but no dice. So we're evened up on the post now in the game.
Haga had 2 power play goals for Norway in their opener against Kazakhstan. Martinson drops it back, and fanning on that shot was Eric Solston.
Back out there.
England Anderson back out. Golden shoots. Rochelle makes the stop.
He's trying to wait. That's great awareness.
Yeah.
Not putting his glove on top of the puck. Trying to wait for the last tenths of a second to run out. Couldn't quite wait all the way. As with .2, I don't know if it's physically possible to shoot a puck in the net in .2 seconds off a face-off. So it's formality here.
Also trying to fire that forward, but Norway maintains its 1-0 lead after 2 periods of play on day 5 of the 2023 World Hockey Championships.
Shots on goal in the second period. Team Norway 12, Team Slovenia 7. In Congress, the score between Denmark and Austria is 2-1.
Bravo. Danke.
period, set to get underway. Norway leading Slovenia 1-0 on day 5 of the World Hockey Championship. And the Slovenes had their chances in that second period with power plays. As Groschel has allowed 1 goal on 21 Norwegian shots.
Norway would really like to take advantage of this early power play to start in the third period and get that second insurance goal. Henrik Hockland's been perfect. 12 for 12, but a minute 37 to start on the power play for Norway. Third period, we get a lot more comfortable if they can get one on the power play here.
Norway blew a 2-0 and 3-1 lead against Kazakhstan in its opener, so it comes in with just 1 point on a shootout loss. Slovenia has 2 regulation losses to Switzerland and Canada. Should be pointed out that Norway's toughest games are still ahead. Martinson plays it across to Olden. Sondre Olden. In behind the goal with that. Olden spins back out, plays it back to Johan Johannesson. Here's Olden, walks in and shoots. It goes off the end of the glove of Groschel. And Erik Salston back with it. Olden shoots through traffic, saved made by Groschel, rebound. And that'll reach that. Was Ole Englund Anderson, who out of nowhere has become a semi-regular for Norway. He didn't play in the first period and a half of this game, took a penalty, and now he's kind of...
Well, he's getting power play shifts, so clearly they like his talents there. He had 50 points in 45 games as a defenseman this year. So whatever league it is, that's a lot.
That's nothing on Isaac Hansen, the Norwegian defenseman who's not dressed today. He didn't get a shift in regulation or overtime in the game against Kazakhstan, but had a shootout attempt.
Specialist, there's a shot for him. He actually hits Martins in the back, but quick stick by Gregor. It's a real talent to identify where the pucks carom in front. It's a field thing as much as it's a visual thing. And Gregor's the defenseman gets his stick down to the loose puck, or Norway can poke in the empty net.
Still to come here today. Switzerland plays Kazakhstan in Riga. France plays Hungary in Tampa. Right now, it's 2-1 Denmark getting Austria there in a tight matchup.
That's got to be the word of the tournament so far. Tight. A whole bunch of close games.
A lot of one-goal games here. Overtime, shootouts. Canada.
We had a marathon 2-game set yesterday.
Yeah.
Canada went deep in a 3-hour-plus game against Slovakia.
Yeah.
Full of penalties all the way to the shootout, which Canada won, and then Latvia a nail-biter.
Olin shoots. Glove save by Groschel. 20 games played so far in the World Championship. 11 of them decided by 1 goal.
It's a good sign, getting a little closer, because there can be blowouts here. A little cross and drop. Ken-Andre Olin starts dancing in. He isolates Tomasevic. Walks around him quickly, but Groschel with the glove save. Ken-Andre Olin has been part of this World Championship team for over a decade for Norway.
Although some of the older players have moved on.
Yeah.
Jonas Holos, the longtime captain and defenseman.
Familiar names not here this year. They're cycling in some new guys, which you have to do.
They have an 18-year-old dress, Noah Steen, who plays for Mora in the Swedish Allsvenskan, their second league. He's dressed for the game but has not had a shift yet.
Said they wanted his energy on the bench. Well, good thing he's young.
That's where he's getting it.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, of course, 20 skaters under IIHF rules as opposed to 18 skaters in the NHL. Vikingstad works in, drops that back. Seachar trying to knock it out. Perrault. Stanley there by Liljeberg. Well, knocked down by Olden, trying to work in. Sondre Olden sends it back in front. Liljeberg had that shot go off the stick of Nick Simcic and maybe off the crossbar up and out.
You're right, Simcic was deflected off his stick. As Olden walks it in, throws it back out against the grain. Liljeberg defenseman jumping in, but another one off the shaft of the stick for Simcic, which is not really by design. You try to block shots with your blade more than you do with the shaft of your stick. But, I mean, what can you do? Take the breaks where you get them.
Yeglitch winds his way in. Moved off the puck by Liljeberg. Norway 13th last year. Their last quarterfinal appearance was in 2012. It's Pavlin with a shot. That goes just wide. Slovenia not without chances in this game. Jeglic lays it back. Gregor's shot that's kicked out by Hochland through the traffic.
Hit one post clean and had a couple back doors that, with a quality finish, would have gone into net.
Pavlin to Tichar. Droz played that across. Droz got 2 goals against Canada yesterday. Slovenia led that game 1-0 into the second period. In comes Savilic, shoots. Hoffman makes the stop, and there's no rebound.
Everything to the net. You're Slovenia. Everything to the net. Bodies, pucks, just push. You got 16 minutes to 1-goal game. This is about as good of a chance as you're going to get. You got Czechia, Latvia, Slovakia, and on Kazakhstan maybe there, but you know, Kazakhstan's not been easy out in this tournament either.
I guess they would look at that and say if they can get a 3-point win out of that. But you can't lose the tiebreaker here to Norway.
Kazakhstan's already won 1 game as well.
Right.
In a shootout, so gets a little murkier.
Vesterheim flips that down to the Slovenian zone. Slovenia has been relegated its last 6 appearances in the top division of the World Championship. Their last appearance was in 2017. Costa still back to pick it up. Pass is still for Liljeberg. Now moving in, a quick chance up for Vesterheim, but that's just wide. And a penalty coming up now to Norway. Norstabo is going to get it for taking down Jan Urbas, and here's the power play chance that Slovenia wants, with 4.5 gone here in the 3rd period.
Power play opportunity starting to pile up for Slovenia. Norstabo gets an interference call. He knows he's going to get beat to the puck. Urbas has actually played a physical, heavy game tonight. Forcing the call, forcing the reaction. Last power play, they hit the crossbar.
Right, had a really good look in tight. Face off one back, but poked away by Olsen. He took a bop in the face from Melsic. The Norwegians hollering for a penalty there. Savilic taken down. And the Slovenians are arguing about that. They're all for Tichar. They got a Norwegian defender with a stick. That's Howard Salston. Karol back for Savilic. Plays that rink wide. Tichar. Played back for Savilic.
He wants to shoot. He hit the crossbar last time.
Fires, pad save by Hook. The rebound put wide by Karol. Nasic. Savilic takes the return pass from Ogorjanchek. Savilic trying to play that rink wide. Here's Tichar with it. Rock Tichar. Winds his way in, shoots. That was blocked by Liljeberg.
Salston up top, or no stick, like work it through his feet. Oh, what an effort by him to get it out.
Kicks it out. Now here comes Ken-Andre Olam with it. Olam coming in short-handed, and Tichar knocked that away.
Well, never isolated the guy without a stick playing the top. You should be able to snap the puck right by his toes for seam plays.
Droz feeds that back, and Jeglic goes rink fight for Urbas. That goes rocking in the Norwegian bench with 34 seconds to go in the Slovenian power play.
Norway killing desperately. You see Olsen thinks he's trying to drive. That's not a penalty. That's Tomasevic. He skated in the guy's elbow. He's handling the puck on the ice. It's not an elbowing penalty. Good non-call.
Norway's schedule gets much tougher from here out. Latvia tomorrow, then Czechia, Canada, Slovakia. So
make hay now.
Right.
Because it's going to get harder to get points again.
Draws for Jeglic. Slides it back around for Reslic. Urbas in the corner to Jeglic. Flips it back in front. The puck sitting there for a moment, and Berg Paulsen picks it up for Norway, plays it out, and a penalty coming now to Slovenia. It'll be a tripping call against Urbas with 7 seconds left to go in the Slovenian power play.
A good kill at the main part. Look at all the bodies and the sticks digging in front of the net. Really well done by Hoff, tying up Verlic. And then Urbas reaches, trying to keep the puck alive. Takes down Berg Paulsen, and now Maciej Kopitar, who is as calm looking behind the bench as you can imagine.
He looks perpetually beleaguered. There.
Well,
he's actually really good company. He's a very funny, engaging guy. First met him in 2005 at the World Championship in Austria. He was there when his son Andrzej was a 17-year-old playing for Slovenia. Of course, Kopitar picked in the first round of the draft by LA that year, 11th overall, and has had a sensational career as a Los Angeles King that will take him to the Hall of Fame.
No question, Hall of Famer, that's no doubter. Jersey in the rafters of Staples, Crypto, whatever it's called.
Holden moves in, so Norway back on the power play here. Holden walks it and shoots, and that stop was made by Kroschel, dislodged his mask.
You can see that one pop the straps as he caught him in the chin. A good job by Chernovic to seal off the forward in front, so he couldn't even really get a stick involved in the shooting lane. Kroschel just had to worry about stopping the puck, making the save. Now this is 13 minutes left. You're getting to the point where if you're Slovenia, you can't give up another goal. It's just too hard for you to score.
Right.
The idea you're going to get 2 in the last 10 minutes is going to be exceedingly difficult.
Now you wonder, you know, in Norway's case, they give up a tie goal in the third period to Kazakhstan.
They've leaked the lead once.
Right.
But Slovenia probably doesn't have the push that Kazakhstan would be able to get.
Shots are 25-15 in favor of Norway. Lost 3-0 to Switzerland. They were down 2-0 after 2, gave an empty net goal late in that game, so it was fairly competitive for them.
It's a well pass, no?
I thought so. That's reviewable. Should Norway score here? Holden. That long shot blocked and now sent out. Jasper Kopitar, Andrzej's younger brother, is the video coach for Slovenia here.
Oh, so it could have been his time to shine with a review call there.
Exactly. Now imagine if you call down to dad and say, we should challenge that, and you're wrong. You'll never hear the end of that. Here's Haga with it. Scored 2 power play goals in that opener against Kazakhstan. Feeds it back to Olam. Wine sends it back. Norstabo feeds across. Haga to Norstabo. Haga winds and shoots. That's blocked. Haga.
That was very close as well. Jasper, get on the review horn.
Tretadez to Haga. Trying to thread that through it. Bounce away from Olam, and the puck comes out. There's Norstabo with it. To Haga. Norstabo for Vikingstad. 11.5 to go in the third period. Back to 5-on-5. Cernovic to Sabolic. Draws. Feeds that down in the Norwegian zone. Hockland steers that away. Brock Tichar throws it back in front. That puck bounced away from Sabolic. Now Vikingstad back the other way. Magavatsa. For Tichar to Droz. Fires that cross corner. And Berg Paulsen flips that to the line and just out. Magavatsa. One of several Slovenian players making his top-level international debut as Kuralt winds in. It's her first time in the top division of the World Championship in 6 years. Pavlin slides that down. And fed back down in Slovenian zone, icing waved off.
Gregor just let that one go there in the middle of a line change, so not put it at risk for too many men.
Urbas. For Pavlin.
Touch middle.
Yeglitch almost had a stick on that. Kasastool stayed with him.
That's what I'd be screaming. Touch middle, I'm in.
Urbas plays that back. Gregorts has a look. Yeglitch couldn't reach that pass. Kasastool sprawling, sweeps out ahead. Martinson for Olsen. And Urbas back for it. Lost the puck to Trekkinez. Trying to center it. Olsen was alone in front, but it was blocked by Urbas. Past the midway point of the third period. Still 1-0 Norway. If you'd said to Slovenia at the start of the game this would be the score at this point, they might have taken it. They'll take their chances on one shot. But now Martinson unloads. That's tipped just wide.
The entire objective of any underdog team is to shorten the game.
Right.
And they're down to 9:20. Just one shot necessary. Not a bad spot to be.
And here they come. Sabolic in with Tichar. Sabolic shoots. Kicked out by Hoffman. The rebound skipped away from Draws, who was right in prime position. Ken Andre Olin drops it back for Haga. Olin walks back in front. Rolling puck that's kicked away by Tichar. Olin peels away in the corner to Haga. Haga drops it back. Olin shoots. That's blocked by Kroschel. And lifted out by Sabolic. Kasastool. Leaberg fires that down. And icing called against Norway.
A little two-man game work between Ken Andre Olin and Michael Haga. Stop, drop, drive, and the puck's over here, but look at the strength on the sticks, just coming over top of the stick, not letting Norwegian players get any piece of that puck rolling through the empty net.
Off the face-off, Leaberg. Got that by Pavlin, race for it now. Berg Paulson's in there. Berg Paulson shoots, just missed far side.
That's his third clean in. First one he went short side and scored. The other two he's tried to go glove side both times, and both times he's missed the net.
8 to go here in the third period. Still to come here tonight. Switzerland takes on Kazakhstan. As we mentioned earlier, the Swiss have reinforcements on the way.
On the way, they're here.
And they're game changers. Nico Hischier, Jonas Siegenthaler from New Jersey, Kevin Fiala from the LA Kings.
Changes the complexion of that team, where they're already a pretty potent, fast-skating team, but now they're adding a dash of elite talent, especially for Kevin Fiala.
Right.
And the amazing part is that they're able to work their way into the team concept very quickly. They don't kind of freelance on their own.
Right. Trenton on the face-off. Holden knocks that down. Even though, these guys have been in North America a while, Switzerland, like a lot of other countries, has full-time national teams at the under-18, under-20, and national team level that play in tournaments throughout the year. So they're probably more accustomed to that.
Right, there's some familiarity with the personnel, the other teammates, even some of the systems.
Draws, going to take it away. Here's Norstabo with it. Norstabo, lead pass for Haga. In comes Haga, shovels that towards the goal. And the save is made by Kroschel. 7:10 to go here in the third period. Norway leads 1-0. 7:10 to go here in the third period of the game that both these teams have to have.
Yeah, they would have identified this game early as, okay, we hope to get points against other teams, but this is the one that we think we can win.
Whoever loses this game is going to be in real jeopardy of relegation. Rose lays it across. Brought in now by Chepon. Chepon trying to flip that back, but it drew Magavatsa out. And Sabolic sends that back down to the Norwegian zone.
Last 7 minutes here for Slovenia. You got to up the tempo. You got to field. You got to push. You got to get aggressive. Get a little risky. Get a little chaotic. Just can't make it feel so comfortable right now. Still feels comfortable for Norway.
Here comes Jäglic with it. He's got a man in the middle. Urbas putting it on the puck. Jäglic bumped down. Vikingstad plays it around. Stolen by Urbas. Tries to poke that back at the point. And Berg Paulsen plays it out. Urbas has been all over it here this afternoon.
Yeah, he's been strong. Skating well. You're going to want him out there 2-3 more times for the rest of the game's over. Under 6 now to go.
There's one more TV timeout coming, and your own timeout.
Got a lot of work done with those kind of breaks.
That point shot by Cernovich was blocked. 2-on-1 for Norway. Tretinez feeds it across. That pass just missed Bolden. Masic got a stick on that. Martinson's stick broke on the play.
Timely poke check. Tretinez tried to force it over.
We're actually a break behind, so there's 2 more TV timeouts to come. Draws, winds in. More time for these guys than to go to work. Sabolic with time, winds his way in. Sabolic steps around Lilleberg, prompts that back. Draws at the point. Sabolic shoots. And Lilleberg in front.
Lilleberg went with a blocker save there. I mean, a puck is coming up near your face, and your first instinct is not to get out of the way, but to stick your arm up into it. A gutsy effort. Here's the play that Masic makes on the defensive end. You think you got a lane through to Olsen, or Olden. Masic just gets the tip of the blade on it to steer it aside. From Tretinez, you already rang the post once. Shoot it past the goalie. You can shoot it past the goaltender. So many 2-on-1s go awry with attempted passes.
Jäglic. Down to Verlich. Here's Jäglic back with it. Kicks that free. Jäglic. Loose in the corner with it. Drops it back to Pavlik. He's up and shoots. Blocked by Berg Paulsen.
Oh, he gets it off him too. Everyone got it clear. Quick up is available.
Here's Jäglic with it. Urbas goes to the front of the net. Jäglic lays it back around. Olam. There's the linesman. Urbas brings it in. That plays offside at the Norwegian blue line. 4:23 to go in the third period. Still a 1-0 lead for Norway. Face-off outside the Norwegian blue line. 4:23 to go here in the third period. So we'll keep an eye on Gasper Kroschel as time winds down here to see if Slovenia can get the goaltender out and get some more pressure on Norway. It's been a 1-0 lead for the Norwegians since the first period. Bernd Paulsen scored. About 14 minutes into the first, that's the only goal so far. Shots are 27-17 in favor of Norway. And Slovenia is one shot away from tying this game. Tretides pokes it ahead, gets a step. Fans of that shot as Masic came back on him.
Another empty net denied. Magavace gets back there and takes it away.
Olden had the puck on his stick. Here's Olden back with it. Olden to Martinson. Martinson spins away. And again from Magavace. At the point of Lilleberg. Olden drops that back. Martinson shoots, ripped that wide. Olden back to Lilleberg, tees it up, and the stop made by Koshel. Slovenia a long way from where it wants to be. Martinson shoots. Koshel makes the stop there. There'll be a face-off in the Slovenia zone. 2:58 to go in the third period. Still 1-0 Norway. Under 3 to go here in the third period. Norway has never lost to Slovenia at the World Championship. They're 3-0 against them. Slovenia scored 1 goal in each of those 3 previous losses. They've killed for 1 here.
Get the puck out of their own end. They've been hemmed in.
Icing waved off as Johannesson goes back. Lilleberg.
Whoa, that's straight out. That's straight out? No.
They're saying it deflected.
Wow, he's definitive making...
The linesman taps the glass as it went off the glass and out.
Heineck. Czechia is making the call and owning it.
Yep.
You saw that?
The change, the flutter change.
I need this camera's angle. It was less clear to me than Gord. As most things are in the world.
So here you go, a face-off in the offensive zone. Koshel remains in the Slovenian goal for now. Glove down by Pavlin. Plays it back in deep for Jeglic. Verlic trying to poke that free. Vasa still had time to look up at the clock during that scrum. Pavlin plays it back around. Gregor's a shot. It goes off a stick and off the glass. At the line, held by Pavlin. Plays it back down. Urbas moves behind the goal. Urbas drops it off to Gregor's. Around for Jeglic. Still no movement from the Slovenian goaltender. Urbas with it. Play back across Jeglic. Walks in, holds.
I want the goalie out now. You got possession.
Pavlin shoots. That's blocked by Olsen. And Olsen plays it back out to center ice. Both teams change now. Savalic turns it over to Tretides. Tretides spins back in the corner. Gregor steps into him. All the veteran hands on deck for Norway here as time winds down. Draws. Chips that in. Moved off the puck by Lilleberg. Olam flips it high in the air and back down the ice. Carroll back to pick it up. Koshel remains in the Slovenian goal. Karalt sends it in.
Wants to creep out.
Yeglitch to Karalt. And now they're calling for him. Draws. Hard shot by Sabalic. That goes wide. On comes the extra skater, Urbas. Magavatsa for draws. 6 skaters on 5 now for Slovenia. Time winding down, under a minute to go in the third period. Draws. Feeds that down to Yeglitch. Loose behind the Norwegian goal. Draws. Sends it back in front. Tipped there by Karalt. And the rebound corralled by Hockman. He hangs on.
That was tipped in too. A hard pass through the crease. Slovenia got a piece of it. Throws, great look at the eyes. Off a skate of Lilleberg. Conklin was down flat with the pads and taken away. And this is the kind of break you could get, 1 goal.
Yeah.
Oh man, that elevates it all. And so now Maciej Kopitar will use his timeout.
Yeah.
40 seconds left. That's a lot of time. Offensive zone face-off. At this point, you should be pretty comfortable with what you're trying to do at 6-on-5, who's going where and who's playing where.
So what are you diagramming? Your face-off win, face-off loss?
You respond. I mean, the face-off win, you think you would know. It's really a reminder of if we lose it, how we chase it to get it back. And then, you know, if we're trying to get a quick shot, who that first quick shot is going to go to. I imagine it's going to be Sabalic on his one-time side. He's been hanging out over there. He's hit the post 1 time. See if he ends up on his off wing. 5-5, or is going to be Urbas back there. Also a good option.
Vikings set for the face-offs, controlled by Slovenia. As Verlic run up and the puck squeaks out. Sabalic looks in for Urbas. The pass too far for him.
Might as well force it. Don't let him clear. Good decision. Now, delayed offside, right? You can peel back and waste 14 seconds, or just force them and get the whistle right away.
Right.
So I don't know if they're thinking about it, but it was a good decision if they were. Oh, they're going to take the face-off all the way down because of
offside.
it. Can't you just plead ignorance? They're going to talk it through here. They're going to put it at center.
They're going to put it.
It wasn't offside by much, actually. Look at that. I mean, the drag foot, the dump in was offside by fractions.
So the face-off will be outside the Norwegian blue line. 28.8 seconds to go here.
Goaltender back in, though.
Sabalic plays it rink wide for Tichar. On comes Droz as the extra skater as Trocha went back to the Slovenian bench. Time winding down here in the third. Vikingstad. That third attempt was blocked by Verlic. At the line, Urbas keeps it alive. Now Verlic centers it. Sabalic walks it and shoots. Oh, he put it wide. Rebound, chopped back in front by Droz. Liljeberg's playing goalie behind the goaltender. Urbas shoots. Bennett Olam up high.
He might need some attention.
What a scramble in the Norwegian crease. At one point, the defenseman Liljeberg was in behind the goaltender in a butterfly crouch. And Norway wins it 1-0. Gets its first win. Slovenia drops to 0-3 here in Riga.
Denmark versus Austria is 6-2.
Tampere pasaules čempionāta spēlē rezultāts Dānijas Austrijas komandām 6-2.
The best player of each team will be awarded by Raiffeisen Bank International, official sponsor of the 2023 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. Prizes will be presented by Blanca Elekesh Sentagotai, IIHF Women's Program Director, and Ottar Eide, General Secretary of the Norwegian Ice Hockey Association.
Labākos spēlētājus apbalvos Starptautiskās hokeja federācijas sieviešu programmas menedžere Blanka Elekeša Sentagotai un Norvēģijas hokeja asociācijas ģenerālsekretārs Ottars Eide.
Best Player of Team Slovenia, number 8, Riga Jeglic. Best Player for Team Norway, number 33, Henrik Haukeland. Dear all, please rise if you are able to for the national anthem of Norway.
Dāmas un kungi, lūdzam piecelties par godu Norvēģijas valsts himnai. The 2023 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship will continue today in Riga at 8:20 p.m. with a game Switzerland against Kazakhstan.
the timeout, what was the game plan that you were trying to execute there at the end?
I mean, just try to get some possession and get some pucks to the net. I think on the end, it kind of worked out. Although we had a outside face-off, and but yeah, we couldn't get a goal, and tough loss for us.
A 1-0 loss, obviously a 1-goal difference, but what was the difference on the ice today between the two teams? It was a hard-fought match. That was very close.
Sure. I mean, I think the start was not great from us. I think we were a little bit too excited to start with, and they got 1 goal, and obviously our power play and our shots at the end weren't efficient enough. I mean, you can't win a game without if you don't score a goal.
And then can you answer this last question?
Yeah.
Still games remaining to try and get some points here. Does this team still have a lot of fight left in them?
Sigurno, ja. Mislim, da je še kar nekaj tekem pred nami. Zdaj se pripravimo na naslednjo, gremo tekmo po tekmo in vse se lahko še zgodi. Thank you.
Big 3 points for the team today. Did you execute the game plan as coach asked?
Yeah, it was a huge game for us, and I think we executed the way we wanted. I think, of course, we could kill the match earlier today, but we're happy with the 3 huge points. So.
You scored the only goal for your team, the game winner. Walk us through what took place there and what you saw.
Oh, that was big. To be honest, I don't really remember that much, but I think I was supposed to shoot it earlier, and then I got kind of hooked up. So the goalie came pretty far out, and I just put it in top corner, and there's available there. So
top corner short side, a very nice goal. Hawkland earns player of the game for your team. What does he mean to this group?
What do you say?
Your goaltender earns player of the game.
Oh yeah, that was huge. He doesn't let in any goal today, a shutout, so that's huge for us. And I think they have a couple of big chances and could quickly be 1-1 if he didn't shut out. So that was huge.
And then in your own language, a massive 3 points for the team. Does it allow the team to relax a little bit, enjoy the rest of the games moving forward?
Selvfølgelig det litt noen kilo av skuldrene, men nå ser vi mot kampen I morgen mot Latvia, og jeg tror vi har en god sjanse til å ta poeng I de kampene som kommer nå. No problem.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The best player of each team will be awarded by Raiffeisen Bank International official squad. Shots on goal in the third period. Team Norway 8, Team Slovenia 6. please rise if you are able to for the national anthem of Norway.
Dames og konger, låtsamtiden.
Norway